Nothing gets done about it. Shooting up in the sky, high, and nobody ever does anything. And I call in the Lomita sheriff, this year I was able to report an address for a neighbor of an address. I hope I got him busted.
Yeah, you did. Oh, I mean.
Right across the new homes. So he lives closer to
Fireworks. I know what she's talking about. Thank you. Yeah.
Did I get it? And I think it was $1,000. I mean,
Well,
that's all?
last year on 4th of July, I called the sheriff's station because right catty corner from Wade's house, there's somebody doing like a crazy show in the street with cars doing donuts out there. I'm like, oh. And I called the sheriff's station and I used the phrase that I've only used once. This is the mayor calling. And I ended my call with, and reminded them this was the mayor calling. And we shouldn't need to do that, but this is a regional problem, and frankly, poor harbor cities got it like 100 times worse than we've got it. But all the illegal stuff flowing in at the ports, and all the stuff coming in from Nevada, it's crazy. And like I said, we don't have it near as bad as some of the other communities around here. This is a statewide problem. And I pushed it with the sheriff's department, I pushed it with the fire department. Nobody seemed to care to take this on as an issue. And also, the ports need to get involved. But I mean,
in terms of like imports?
Yeah, the stuff is coming in. So as I understand,
it.
it's coming in legally, and then some of it's being diverted.
It's coming in legally.
Yes, because it is legal to come into the U.S. It comes from China, and then some of those containers or some shipments within those containers are diverted at the port, is what I have been told. I don't know that to be a fact, but I've been told that it is legal stuff that then, is used where it's not legal. But it's like the quantity of the stuff. It's
Do you know if this $1,000 fine is that state? I should know this.
I don't know, just Lomita's magazine, Lomita's magazine had it.
Okay, all
But
right.
the thing is, it doesn't matter if it can be there, but they don't have to buy it. It's on our own street, shooting it off. So somebody obviously voluntarily buy. I mean, this stuff wasn't forced on these people. They weren't forced to shoot this stuff off.
Yeah.
They're doing it. They know it's illegal, and somebody needs to do something about it.
Yeah, and so you did something about it, right?
Well, for the last several years now, when they start shooting up, I call the sheriff. This particular time, I was able to walk down the street and I actually saw the little things. So I figured, and it's certain people that I suspect anyway, So I couldn't see it. I couldn't get close enough to their house. Across the street from them. He's on the other side.
I'm not allowed to play with fire.
Your wife was
But there's somebody almost behind him that does it every year too. Kitty corner from his house too. I don't know there. I don't even know what part of the block it is. But this time I was able to go down the street and get the house. I didn't go right in front of them because I didn't want them to see me. I just kind of act dumb and just walk down the street and looked at the number next to him. And then when I called the sheriff, I said, well, I could give him an address. And I'm guessing that there's some.
300,000, I think is the number that we funded this last year for fire suppression. And one of the things that the sheriff's department did was had unmarked cars. Because again, part of the problem is you have to see them in the act, right?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Somebody calls and says, oh, when they get there, they're done. So again, part of that's, but again, part of that is either we fund the sheriff's department to go enforce it and have them provide the optimal resources so they can catch somebody, right? One of the opportunities that we've heard from some of the other cities is drones, right? So you can actually go out and capture somebody in the act, but actually not be sitting in the car. So I think there's opportunities, but we certainly do fund and what we can. But I would offer up since 2020, the pandemic and everything else. I think every year it's gotten better since then. But we're certainly not there to an optimal solution yet.
But it's like saying better than chopping off your whole leg, right? because it's so bad.
Hmm.
Like the other night when the Dodgers won,
Right.
somebody set off
That's
some
right.
big. Holy crap.
Right after Freddie Freeman's home run, yeah.
I'll let him get away with that one this one.
That's riled up, Sue.
Here's my own personal perspective. I spent the first 40 years of my life in Rolling Hills Estates, same sheriff's department, exactly the same sheriff's department. Yeah, I guess that maybe there were less fireworks in general at that time, but growing up in that community, I mean, it was no fireworks. And I think we had sheriff patrolling, I'm not sure, but we did not have fireworks out there. It was just simple. The culture, the community was, we do not tolerate this. Partially because you got so much greenery, your houses are gonna burn that. But I was surprised when I moved from there to like Torrance. I mean, it was just, they don't even hide it, they were just shooting up like crazy, and
You guys are Torrance people.
Yeah.
But I will also add, we did ask our residents in a recent survey, because there's some discussion, should we have, legal fireworks as an example, right? The question was, hey, if we have legal fireworks, would that do or, diminish some of the illegal fireworks, right? So we did ask in a survey in March, our residents, hey, what do you think, right? Should we have legal fireworks in the city? The answer was a resounding no. And because again, the council had talked about this, and based on that input from our residents, okay, we're not going there, right? Again, there's an opportunity with kind of a trace, right?
Yeah.
Would legal reduce the illegal? But again, our residents said absolutely they weren't in favor of it, so we're not going there, right?
We have legal fireworks. It happens the end of June, it's called Founders Day.
Sure.
We have our own beautiful show over here.
Yeah, we were talking about, like, if you want to see a nice fireworks show that won't cost you a penny, come see what we will do for you. But, and you're not gonna lose a finger, you're not gonna get a ticket, you're not gonna spend a bunch of money on stuff that may or not even be any good. So, anyway, I do think that that is